Hey guys, AgentBen94 here, and real quickly, I do not support racism, and the reason being I say this is because of what happens in this video. So first off, there's a guy named Rhino Leader 12 who didn't like me. I killed him 5 out of the 6 times he died. I did go back and watch the video and count how many times I killed him. Also, his friend I ended up killing 3 times in the same match of Pearsall Storm. His friend's name is Army Wolf 29. The reason I bring the story up is because we ended up having a message thing going on, and this is actually the very first message here that he sent me after Pearsall Storm. Let me go ahead and read to you guys what was said between Rhino Leader 12, myself, and his friend Army Wolf 29. So first off, Rhino Leader 12 says, "Stupid noob." I said, "How am I a noob? I was using bolt action." And Rhino Leader 12 says, "That's why you are a noob." I said, "Sorry, but it takes skill to use a bolt action because, number one, people are always moving, so you have to figure out where they are going and lead your targets. 2, being I am using bolt action, which does not have the best rate of fire, I am able to be killed easier." Now guys, just so you know, I reworded this a little bit, changed the spelling just a little bit because of the fact that way it's easier to listen to. Also, then Rhino Leader says, "You're an idiot." He also says, "Everything you said is inaccurate," which bolt action, sorry, he is wrong on that one. Then I said to him, "I was in a rush, but I am giving reasons I am not a noob. You are giving no reason other than me using bolt action." He then goes on and says, "Still a noob." I said, "A noob uses shotguns and HE320s in hardcore. I, however, am not, just skilled." Then Army Wolf sends me a message a little bit after I sent that message. He says, "Wow, good game, last 2 rounds." I said, "Thanks, but Rhino is calling me a noob for using bolt action, and you too. I mean, good game to you too." Army Wolf then says, "Yeah, he gets mad when people kill him a lot, lol." I said, "Oh, you know him?" Army Wolf says, "Yeah." I said, "Let me guess, you are in a party." Army Wolf says, "Yeah." I said, "LO, so I got you being a normal player who respects others when they get killed. Then I have Rhino calling me a noob for using a bolt action. LOL, at least I'm not using a shotgun." Army Wolf then says, "I know a good player and you are a fantastic player. Also, shotguns for the win." I said, "Shotguns are normal or fine, but on hardcore are kinda newbie." And I'll stick with that, guys. Army then says the guy who uses a 20 times scope. Guys, at the time I forgot I was using a 20 times scope on this rifle. It is actually the very first scope you get with this weapon. So, you know, granted I unlocked the bolt action. Granted I unlocked the straight pull bolt and a few of the accessories that I use, like the variable zoom, but I never touched the scope. I haven't even touched it since. But it's still on the 20 times scope. Okay, so then I said, "I forgot it was a 20 times scope." Army then says, "You still managed to do good." Then I said, "No offense, but you have an idiot of a friend when they call someone a noob and gives no reason they are a noob." Army says, "LO, I completely agree. He does this to everyone who kills him a lot." Now, when I told, I'm not just skilled, Rhino then says I shouldn't need to describe it to a Mexican. This is where I bring in the racism part, guys. I do not support racism at all. I am not Hispanic, so I do not support this guy's of what he said. And so then I said to Army, I said, "Does Rhino really think I am a Mexican?" And I'll also say Hispanic, guys, just to keep the hate comments out of there. Army says yes. I say to Army, LMFAO. I am a white American, LOL. Then, being that Army and Rhino were in a party together, Army told Rhino about me being white and American. So Rhino then sends me a message saying even worse. Then I say, "I am white and proud, so back off, kid." Rhino then says, "I am 35. I say to Rhino, really then, so you never had your balls dropped being you're a whiny little... I'm not going to say the word, guys, just to keep this kind of PG. Rhino then says, a wife and 2 kids. I say, I hope your kids grow up like their mother. Rhino says, yeah, me too. Army sends me a message saying he doesn't care. I go, he is an idiot, no common sense. Army says, yes, I agree. I then say to Army, yeah, I only have 33 subs, but with the help of Facebook, I can now show a lot of people how stupid your friend is and how cool you are. By the way, guys, this is probably the only video that I am sharing via Facebook. I have never shared one of my videos via Facebook ever before this. So the fact that I'm sharing this video is a rare occasion. I don't plan on sharing most of my videos on Facebook. I don't really think that's a good way to promote your channel. And so then I said to Army, because he asked me, because I told him that I was recording. I told him that I was going to add this to my YouTube account because of the fact that there was this messaging going on, guys. There's so much messaging going on. I can't show you guys the entire video because otherwise you're talking about an hour and 30 minutes of a video. Actually probably about 2 hours of video content on here, guys. This happened an hour and a half after I started recording. So 3 hours, that's another hour and a half of just pure nothing but, messages and videos. I'm not going to share that to, even if I edited down to just with the messages, you're looking at probably about a 30 to 50 minute video in itself. But then I said to Army, yeah, only 32 subs, but with the help of Facebook, I can show a lot of people how stupid your friend is and how cool you are. I know I just repeated myself, but Rhino then sends me a message saying, 33 subs, and then he says, I can have Facebook deactivated. I say to Rhino, yeah, right, have fun trying. Rhino, at this point, I was talking to Army, and Army was watching my videos, and I told Rhino, this is what I ended up saying. I said, this is what I said to Army. I said, Rhino claims he can have Facebook shut down. He really does not know what he is saying. Army then says, yeah, he doesn't want to be embarrassed. And then I said, well, serves him right. Army then says, yeah, I completely agree. He does this to everyone and hate it. And so then I said, yeah, this should teach him being you never know who is recording. And guys, you never know who is recording. So don't just hate message people because you don't know if they're going to be you don't know if they're going to be recording or not. And so then Army says, I hope it does. He needs to respect people more. Then I came up with the question to Army. I said, is he really 35 with 2 kids? Because he acts like a 5-year-old COD player. I mean, no, I'm going to get some hate for that. But he says, no, he's not 35. Also, no kids or wife. I said, figured no 35-year-old would be like this. Army says, I hope not. I said, unless they are rich idiots growing up. And then I said, growing up poor for the win. And then he sends me a message, because then we got into talking. He ended up watching my video of the car accident video that I got into with the car accident on August 5th, guys. You know how I made that video about my car being, me being in an accident and whatnot. Army told Rhino about it, and then Rhino says, oh yeah, too bad the drunk driver missed the driver door by a foot. Then he sends me another message saying, I took that too far, sorry. And it took me a little bit to figure out what he meant by drunk driver missed me by the door by like a foot. And I finally realized what happened when I was talking with Army in a party later on. Then Rhino sends me a message saying, yep, 33 subs and 65 videos. YouTube must not like you. So then I sent him a message, and I said, Here's what I said, guys. Okay, being you don't know my background, I will let it slide. Also, to give you a little insight, my mom has been in a wheelchair for the last 17 years of my life, and I am 21. I am rewording this, guys, so this way it makes more sense. I work 40 hours a week, so how far are you really going to take this? And remember, YouTube and FB, and I don't normally share my vids on Facebook, so that's why the sub base is not higher. Guys, I don't share my, like I said, I don't share my videos on Facebook because of the fact that I find it kind of a cheap way to make, to get people to watch your content and people to subscribe to you, comment, etc. I don't do it that way because of the fact that, I find it kind of a cheap little route to go. And with all this being said, I was having an awesome conversation with Army Wolf, guys. Army Wolf 29 is very mature for his age group. Normally, 13-year-olds like Rhino Leader 12. He happens to be 13 because I asked Army how old Rhino really was. Army told me that Rhino is actually 13 years old. I thought he was around that age because of the way he was acting and everything like that. Kind of a snobbish little kid. But you talk big, someone's recording, you're not going to act all that tough anymore. But anyway, guys, the thing about this is I was having a great conversation with Army Wolf, and I thought Rhino Leader 12, I found it kind of funny, our conversation. It was more funny than actually hurting me. It was me just kind of laughing because I was also in a party with Super Gamer Tim. Some of you guys know him from my earlier Battlefield videos. But, I enjoy just, randomly talking with Tim and stuff like that while I play games. That's kind of the reason, guys. Part of the reason why I don't do live commentary and like dual commentary with Super Gamer Tim is because I've mentioned this before, but Xbox One is not like the 360. In the 360, you could have the sound go through both speakers and your headset, so you could hear what they're saying through your headset and also through the speakers. However, on the Xbox One, they haven't added that yet. That hasn't been implemented, and I don't know if it is. But the thing is, guys, I'm going to be getting a I'm going to be working on getting a Kinect here fairly soon. And by the way, guys, Flood Zone has nothing to do with this video. This was actually, with the messaging and stuff, Flood Zone was actually about an hour before this thing happened, so I'm just kind of showing you some gameplay from earlier just to kind of help fill in space and stuff like that. It's, and to kind of give a little bit more, stuff to watch than just, me fighting, stopping, etc., to keep going back and forth like that. But anyway, Army Wolf and I were having a really good conversation. I told him about the drunk driver comment that, I said to Army, his drunk driver message is going to make him look like a major dick. And then Army Wolf says, oh yeah, sorry to hear that. And I was confused on what he meant by sorry to hear that for a second, because of the whole messaging thing about, whatever. And he says, sorry to hear that you got into a car accident. And I go, yeah, nowhere near how bad the car accident in 2012 with my family was. The car accident that I'm talking about right now with back in 2012 was way worse than this, guys. I will most likely not be making a video about it, just because it kind of brings bad memories to me. Army then says, if you don't mind me asking what happened. I asked Army, do you have a mic? And he says yes. And so I invited him. I left my party with Super Gamer Tim, and I invited him to a private party to where him and I could just talk, so I could tell him about what happened in that car accident in 2012. But I'm not going to explain it here, guys. I don't have enough time in this video. We're already, 14 minutes, almost 15 minutes into this video now, and I don't really want to take up any more time than what I have to. However, guys, the just the fact that him and I were talking and everything, it kind of it almost brought me, like, telling him about the car accident in 2012 almost brought me to tears. Guys, I am 21 years old. It's kind of hard for things to bring me to tears anymore. Like, when I was younger, yeah, everything could bring me to tears fairly easily. I was very different as a kid growing up than normal kids. Normal kids were kind of tougher than me, everything, that's just how it is. I was raised differently. I grew up being poor. you know it was tough. Dad was pretty much always gone working, and it's something that I'm not really going to bring up much because my dad, he was working. Yeah, he had to, and so I didn't really get to see him much when I was younger. But that has completely changed now, being that I see him every single day. I still live with my parents, yes, but that's because I don't have the funds to go out and be on my own just of yet. I still have things that I need to kind of start preparing for, like school. I'm going to be starting school here in January, guys. I'm going to be going to get a I'm gonna go learn to be a auto repair technician, also known as, which that's the fancy term of mechanic. I've probably explained this more than one time in my videos, guys. But however, in January I'm going to be starting school, and so it's kind of nice to know that I have my parents' house to kind of just stay back in and kind of relax and save up for schooling, because it's going to cost fairly decent amount to do it. It's going to be a year-long program, so during that year-long program, I'm hoping to be making a lot more videos because my work is going to account for that. And so they're only going to work me during the weekends and on days that I can actually work, being that my schooling and my work are kind of on different schedules. My work is, I've told you guys before, my shift starts at 5:30. I leave my house at about 5 o'clock. It takes me about 15 minutes there, and then 15 minutes of the rest of the time, which doesn't take all that much time to go through. um, but anyway, it, and then I don't get off until 4 a.m. The latest I've been there has actually been about 7:30 a.m. in the morning, 7:30. Reason being, we were really late getting out. I don't know why. A lot of cleanup. If I remember correctly, it was like a Friday night, and Friday night, Saturday morning. But Fridays are our busiest days of the week, and it's not going to slow down until probably winter time. But anyway, guys, this is going to pretty much do it for me. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Please hit the share on Facebook. Hit the share button, please, guys. And also, leave a comment on what you thought about, like, the messages and stuff, guys. Do you think he went too far? Do you think I went too far? Please, let me know in the comments, guys, because I really want to know what you thought, and that was a sick headshot. That's why I slow-moed it. But guys, thanks for watching again. If you are not already subbed to my channel, I am Agent Ben94 on YouTube. Please sub, guys. Also comment, rate, all that good stuff, guys. Peace.